Hello, episode 7 of Wiki Death. We left off exploring the data visually. I'll show you what that looks like. And then I'll recap and then tell you what I'm planning on doing the next 45 minutes or so. So yeah, this was actually a bad example because there's some missing data here. I mean, none of them are great examples because of our scale, but let's go to another one. There we go. So pretty much we did a little more data collection. We got some more descriptions about the people and some IDs and that type of thing. And then we started putting it into the front end here where I'm exploring everything in blockup. And as you can see, most people follow this trend of one giant spike on the day of or the day after their death. So you can see this one's at like 500,000 page views. And then pretty much goes back down to a much lower state, not always as low as it was before, but it makes it so the chart is pretty much only useful for seeing the major spike. So a couple things. First, let me add this tab over here. First thing I noticed is we were looking at Natalie Cole's chart, and we're like, oh, that seems highly unlikely that it was a perfectly consistent rise. So if we look at Natalie Cole's data, actually, which should be logged out. Let's see, it seems like it starts 15. Well, I stand correct. No, that's definitely not right, right? Where does that rise start happening? Maybe it's not missing data. What is going on here? Because she is 1091 actually. I'm going to plot these as dots because I'm not trusting my line function right now. Let's start there. But there is, if there was missing data, I know with the line function, let's look at line. You know, there's actually just a function for, yeah, there it is, defined. So you can simply say, if you want to include or not include when there's no data at a certain thing. So that would be here. I think we'd say defined. I think we just say if d.timestamp exists, then it's defined. Otherwise, it's not defined. I thought that this was actually what would take care of that, but it's not missing data apparently. So I'm confused. So let's go ahead and not even render a line. Let's instead render dots, one for each timestamp. So let's go ahead and say g.select, or sorry, viz.select all circle dot data pages dot enter dot append circle dot attribute x. I lost my, where'd I go? D dot views. And yeah, let's go ahead and start there. Not circles. Let's put this on the bottom. Still no circles. Enter append. Right. Width, or sorry, radius. And 2 pixels. They're all at 0, 0. That's weird. F9.2.views. Did I mess with the domain? Oh, that looks right. That looks right. They're still all at 0, 0 though. I think. Very interesting. Yeah, that's them. All right, make sure this is really. Yeah. Oh man, I'm an idiot. CX, CY, LY. I apologize to everyone out there that's like seeing me do something really stupid and is like yelling at the screen like with the right answer. So, my bad. Okay, cool. I don't see any circles in here. Let's make it much bigger so I can. I'm not seeing them, but I'm confused because 8, 20, 15, 0, 0, 0. I know that makes sense. I swear they were in her data because it has 1091, which is the same. So let's say like 2015. Oh, I think I'm an idiot. No, that just still makes sense. Oh, I am an idiot.
Russell, you're not an idiot.
Do you want me to explain why?
Yes.
So I'm glad we did this. That was so dumb. That is not a valid date if you think about it. So like I just straight up did the date string for some reason. I was like, oh, that'll work fine. 6-0 would mean the 60th month of the year. Right? So like all these blank spots are actually no data because there's, yeah, you see what I'm saying? So that was stupid. So we really need this to be a date scale, or we could just, oh man, that was dumb. All right, so we actually need to parse this as a date. So let's go back to, wow, so that means everything we looked at in the last episode is gonna look the same, but there's just not, this is all gonna be like shrunken down to like all compacted. So
I mean, this is real life coding.
This is my life. All right, so let's see. We got to do some date things in here. Where are we loading this data here? Now, if we just had, so what the way my brain was working was like, oh, we'll have data for every single date. So then we can simply just use indexes and it will map, but that's not the case. So load page views data, right? So timestamp, let's actually not make that a number, and we need to turn that into a date. So let's say new date, and it actually, I don't think that'll actually work. I think we might have to parse out the stuff. So if we say new date 2000, that's a string because it's a string. 2016, 10, 5, super invalid. So what we should actually do is to date timestamp. Actually, I'm not going to overwrite timestamp. We should keep that. I'll call it date. We'll have a little helper function convert to date. Let's call it convert timestamp date. We'll take in a string. Oops. Specifically, let's call it timestamp. And let's see, const year equals timestamp substring for month 6 and day is 6, 8. And return new date, which I believe you can say year, month. Yep. They call it date. I think we're good because I think we were using 0, 0. Actually, let's look what we are using for January 2016-01. Okay, so, but actually a month and a day, I think, are 0-based indexes in JavaScript dates. JavaScript date. I know month is for sure. So we actually have to convert this to a number, right? And then do -1. Oh no, the day is not. So it's just a month is 0-based. Which is also kind of weird, like why they picked that 1. All right, so date should be a date now. So let's go ahead and log that out, and in setup chart, it's not even, well, we'll get some errors. There's no way that just rendered. Oh, wait, did it? Oh, cool. Wednesday, July 1st, perfect. So we've got dates. So yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and create a new scale for the x-axis, which is what, scale time. Thing. And we should just be able to do the extent till on date. With some luck here, we should be cooking. Hey, look at that. That looks so much more expected.
Also more readable. I like it better than the line. The line reminded me of like heart rate thing.
Oh, I'm bringing the line back.
Oh no, I like the dots.
I can keep both.
Yay.
There are the dots. Make them a little bigger. Problem is, there's like a 1,000 dates, so like they're going to be overlapping because like this is 1,000 pixels wide, so it's like 1-to-1 until we zoom. All right, so let's add in the line. Yep. Oh. Great. Okay. I'm gonna hide these for now. So this like makes so much more sense. Now I actually want to go back. I think the next thing I want to do is actually create a little drop down here. You know what? Let's get crazy. Let's just add a line for every single person and just see what the chart will look like, which will be bonkers. Except they're all going to have the same scale. Oh, yeah, let's look at a log scale. Let's start there. Scale X, scale Y. And you can't do a log scale at this is page views, right? So like one is, no one in this thing has a page view of one, I believe. I forget if we have to define anything else with log scale. No, we don't. This is interesting. So basically, yeah, let's look at a couple other people. Who is that one we were, I forget.
We were looking at Lil Peep and Anthony Bourdain.
Yes.
Lil Peep had a pretty big tail.
Which one was Prince? I'm gonna look at Prince again.
Oh yeah, Prince. We were looking at.
Shoot. People. $34. Oh yeah. Kind of neat. Well, it definitely makes it like you're able to look at it. Okay. I'm gonna go back from the log scale though. Whoop. And I'm gonna make it big again. And let's bring back the dots. Okay. Yeah, look at that. So basically there's 2 days where it was super high. Over 5 million. Oh, where'd it go? And then it like came right back down to normal. Right. So I think I was thinking before, it's like something like this is getting completely dwarfed, right? Because, or even that is, that's still like close to 500,000 page views. And his average was, I believe, what we say, something like 10,000. The median, yeah, 10,000, 9,000. So even like 500,000 is quite significantly higher than the average. Also, now I'm realizing I want another calculation. I want to see the median. I want the median value before and after. Because that'll tell me something as well, I think. Okay, back to data processing. Leave that going. Okay, that's for sure something else I want. So let's go. That was done in the Explorer. Yes. Right now, we have median for overall, but we don't have the median for before and after, which is definitely something that could give us some indication of if there was a big shift, like post-death, like if it was someone that either just became more popular afterwards, which is certainly a possibility. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. So this is going to be a little more complicated because let's see where we calculate it. We have to kind of chop it off before and after the day of death, which might be complicated because we don't have that in date format. Okay, we'll do this. So const median views before. Okay. To need daily data, we also need we need more than just the link. We need all their other information. So let's look at that other information. We need year, birth, and date of death. And that will be used in our calculation here. And actually, this is now just cumbersome. I'm just doing this so it's not clogging up all this. Okay, so we need to turn the date into init. So let's say const year of date of death. And we say new date year of death. Date. That's not going to work. I think we can actually do it as a string. That's going to say July 15th year. That should interpret it fine. And then for daily data, we're going to say const for. Actually, we might as well do this all at once. Get median views. Well, it's really before and after. That's so wordy though. All right. So before equals daily data dot filter d. So we have to do what we did here, turning the timestamp into a thing. Where did I do that? Right here. And let's say const date equals timestamp date b.timestamp. And we're going to return true for before if date is less than that date, which I think works. Let's be the opposite. I just and we're going to say const median views before equals d3 dot median daily data d dot and it's not that, it's before, after. Turn median views before, median views after. Oof. Median. Use this function. Well, first let me run it and see what happens. That seems to be taking a while. Oh, it's done. So let's see what that spit out. I forgot to return it. Cool, that finished. See what it spit out. Oh. Okay, so we're looking for the blue and the gray. Blue totally doesn't work. And the gray is, okay, that obviously didn't work. Back to the drawing board. Let's filter the first person so we can do this and see. There we go. Data. All right, let's first log out our dates here. Console.log death date. I have a feeling that might not be valid. Oh, it looks legit. Now let's log out this. That's going to be a lot though. Those are also legit. I thought you could directly compare two dates. Wait, also, that person's death date was before. That doesn't make sense. Oh, that does make sense. We don't have page view data. We need to filter our people even more. So this person's date of death was January 1st, 2015, but we don't have page view data until May. So actually, we need to filter this at some point. So actually, let me go back to the CSV. Our CSV might have been fine. I might have just not looked. Oh, well, I deleted it. Feel like I should have filtered those out on that first step, to be honest. Which would be download your pages. No, that's just downloading the pages. Get parts of your pages. This is where it should actually happen. Oh boy. So we should get all their information. And then here is where we should actually filter out those people, because every subsequent step, we don't want to be dealing with those people because we know we only have data going back to 2015 May. Okay. Well, this is going to make me want to do two things, actually. One, I'm assuming this was working. We'll check it again, but put it back to quote unquote normal. Fix this. So we need to do that same thing. So let's see, let's have, oh, I could just not scrape them if they're 2015 and index. That might be the better solution. Let's just do that. All right. So const. All right. Equals month. So the first thing we want to start with is what I say, July 1st, which is index 6, and year 2015. So quite simply, when we go to extract people, do we know the year in here? Yeah, we do. Okay. Okay, perfect. I think that there's a bunch of different places we could put it, but basically I just won't add them to the output if they're 2015 and before that month. And we have the month right here and the year right here. So we can say if person and year is greater than start.year and is then equal to, oh wait, is it? Start.month. Much better. Let's say right now that thing looks like. So we shouldn't see Ulrich as the first one. The first one should be Jeff Duke. Oof. All right. Damn, Ron. R2 pages. Actually, you know what? Well, no. I will run this, but NPM. Okay. No one passed that test. If person and year is a string and month. Wait. Oh, month is not even a string. Month is, that's not what I want. I mean, month is a piece of text. Month, index. Yep. Close. Okay, that should be better. Wait, did I get it wrong before? That looks right. Oh, I think I said May 1st. I don't know why I was looking at May 1st. I definitely wanted July 1st. So this is good. Okay, so it should be like, oh no, that's so much less. That's not the right number of people. Did that logic not make sense? Oh yeah, because it's totally excluding. Oh goodness. It just turned this into a function. Check. Check. Valid start. Function check valid start. So my logic was just totally wrong there. And that needs to pass year and month index. Okay. So it's really if year is equal to start dot year. And month index is greater than or equal to start month, return false. So as return true. So if it satisfies this condition, which means it's 2015, the first half, then it returns false. Otherwise, it's always going to return true. I'm 100% sure this is going to work now. Okay, July 1st, and that's good. We have about 200 less people. We see some other earlier months in there. Great, we're good. The other thing I want to do real quick is in the package. So we now actually have to run this and this and this and this and this and this and this. So I'd actually rather have it programmatically try to go through them if that's possible. So I think npm run all, something I've used before. All npm all, yeah. And sequential is what we want. So Oh wait, can I not? It was just installed globally. Um, yeah, so now, let's see. Instead of having to write this, we can just run S and write all the tasks in order. Save that down to I'm going to put that in a make file actually, so I can repurpose it. And we'll call it, so it'll be run S. Grab all these. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work, but they should, because the way it should finish one task before moving on to another. Multiple cursor selection. Oof, that's a lot. Yeah, that works. So now on make, run all. See if it works. So far, so good. So now it's just going through and running every single script that we did back to back. So this will be great. So every time moving forward, I want to make a stupid adjustment to like one of the intermediary processes, I can just run this and it'll go through everything from start to finish. And actually, I'm going to stop this for two reasons. One, I'm going to run it and y'all don't have to sit here and watch because I have a meeting in a second. But two, I should also make it purge the output folder, so it doesn't, like, we don't get some straggly things in here. So I think, yeah, I should probably just purge the whole folder. There's no sense in keeping it if I'm rerunning everything, because everything is totally generated. That would be the responsible thing to do. Just call it reproduce. And let's see, so remove the output folder and then make a fresh one. Though we don't really have to do this because in theory, every script I have, it's making sure that exists. But it's okay. So use rimwrap with caution because that deletes everything. So if I just like had something else in here, that could be bad. In that same direction, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to just start this up to make sure it's working. Actually, let me add this to the documentation. Reproduce individual steps, or run, make, reproduce. And also, there's another dependency now, which is npm run all CLI. Grab that. Blank. All right, let's run this again. Make, reproduce. We should see that totally didn't. Oh yeah, it did. So that purged everything. It's rerunning everything as we speak. I'm going to check this in. And that'll do it for this episode. Bye-bye.